Right, let's start today's session. This is the second demo lecture of Python full stack development. In the last lecture, we discussed about just basic introduction of Python full stack development subjects, right? So I explained clearly what subjects I'm going to cover in full stack development, like Python, Django, REST API, Flask, UI basics, and SQLite, and also MySQL. So one programming language, that is Python. So it is a programming language which can be used to write coding part for the application development. And Django, REST API, Flask are the frameworks, like Python based frameworks. And as I said, that Django is a framework which is used to develop web applications, and the application which will provide the services over the web or internet is called web application. And Django is a Python-based web development framework because Django framework is completely written in Python language only. So to develop web applications in full stack development of Python, you must use a framework called Django framework. So the prerequisite subject for Django framework is Python. If you know Python, then you can start use Django framework for web application creation. And as I said, that framework is nothing but it's a collection of libraries, and also it is called as set of rules and regulations or specifications. So framework will have the rules and regulations. By following that rules and regulations, we have to develop application. And after completion of Django, you must learn another framework, which is an extension of Django, that is REST API. It also called as DRF, Django REST Framework. As I said in the last lecture, REST API is also a framework which is used to generate the APIs for web application. So REST stands for Representational State Transfer. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Okay. So API is a software tool which enables the web application to communicate with other applications. Without API, we can't communicate with other application, right? Yes, Django web application should communicate with other application for making the transaction successfully. And there is another framework called Flask framework. And to learn REST API, there are two important prerequisite subjects are there, Python as well as Django, sir. Okay, and Flask framework is a Python-based micro framework which is used to develop single-page web applications mostly. Means small-scale application or microservice programming purpose, we use Flask framework. It is also a Python-based framework. So total three frameworks I'm going to teach in full stack development. One is Django, next one is REST API, next one is Flask. These all frameworks are implemented using Python only. For all these three frameworks learning purpose, Python is the mandatory subject. And these are all undercomes into backend development process. Language, frameworks, databases, all are undercomes into backend development. And only front-end development process is UI basics like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap. Okay. So this is what I explained in the last lecture. And I said that in this full stack development, I'll also cover some hands-on project development, like 2 to 3 projects, 3 to 4 projects will cover in full stack development process. And also in this full stack development course, I have introduced it. I'm including key libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, data visualization, and data analysis libraries. And this complete full stack development lecture with integration of AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Gemini AI, we are going to use for code optimization and error handling purpose. This AI tool support also will take that, so that you will get clarity how to use these AI tools in the development process only. So this is what I explained in the last lecture, which and today is the second demo session. And who are new to this session, I strongly recommend to watch the yesterday video which was uploaded in YouTube channel. Even at the end of the session, our team also uh, will our team will also send the YouTube video link. You can watch by clicking on that link, and also they'll send the content, syllabus content also. Okay. Mr. Durga Prasad Yadav, you can post your question in the chat box so that I can read it and answer it. Or else, please wait for the completion of this lecture, then I'll give you your question answered. So let me continue today lecture. This is the second demo lecture. And in this lecture, I'm going to focus on complete Python introduction. The reason is no matter if you are looking for only Python or full stack Python subjects. So compulsory first 45 days to 2 months, up to 2 months. So you should focus on Python development, right? Yes. So Python is the main core subject in the development of full stack development. So let me talk about Python, sir, here. So as I said that Python is a programming language which is used to write coding part for the application development. But what type of language it is? Very simple. Python is a language. Yes. Meaning is what? Using Python, we can build different types of applications. That's what we can call it as. It is a general purpose application development process, general purpose language. Python was not designed for specific type of application development. It is designed for general application development. That means using Python, we can build web applications, we can build network-based applications and gaming applications, data analysis programming, embedded programming, MATLAB programming, and statistical analysis, AI, AI-based applications, machine learning, deep learning, and many more. All business applications also we can build using Python. That's what it is called as general purpose programming language. And next, Python is a high level programming language. So you know that what is high level. So if your language is high level language, all the low level activities by default can take care by programming language. Example, as a Python programmer, if I start writing some logic, so our concentration is to write some logic implementation, right? But that logic implementation internally requires some process like memory allocation, okay, and code access security and memory deallocation process, okay, initialization. All these things will take care internally, but for that we are not going to contribute any code as a explicit developer. But internally Python, implicitly Python will take care all those things like memory management, security, access, code access security. These are all under comes into Python language itself only, because any high level language will take care all the low level activities by default. For that, some components are there with Python. And next, Python is a interpreted programming language. Interpreted programming language. So very simple, sir. Already existing languages which you people all know, that is compiler based programming languages are there, which is C, C++, Java, C Sharp.NET. So they compile based languages. But I am saying that our Python is interpreted based programming language, right? Yes, Python, JavaScript, Perl script, Shell script, almost all the scripting languages are interpreted based only. So what is meaning of interpreted based as well as compiler based? Very simple to understand. For example, in this C, C++, Java, C Sharp.NET, imagine if I write 10 lines of logic code, for example, or else we can take any number of lines of logic code, no matter this. If I write this 10 lines of logic code in these languages, whenever the moment I start execution, whole program at a time will check and execute. Means no matter how many number of lines of logic code you have written using these languages, the moment when I start execution, total program will check once and execute. This is compiler based. Means whole program at a time will be compiled. Okay. But in the compilation process, like whole program at a time checking process, in case your program is having some errors, compilation errors, in case how many number of errors are there in the compilation, that many errors will produce in the error window. So that's what we notice in general while working with C, C++, Java, C Sharp, .NET programming languages. As a programmer, we will notice multiple number of errors in the error window. But in Python language, you will never notice multiple errors in the error window, sir. For sure. Because the reason is what? Python is a interpreted based programming language. Meaning is what? Even though if I write 10 lines of logic code in Python language, whenever we start the execution, instead of whole program checking, line by line will check and execute. That is interpretation. So if I write 10 lines of logic in Python language, first line it will check. If it is correct, then interpreter will move towards next line. Even if that correct, it will move to third line. For suppose in the line by line checking process, any line, if there is some problem or error, immediately interpreter will stop the execution and that line error will disclose to you. So we will notice always in Python language only one error at once, and that error also on which line number it is occurred, that will display clearly. So just because of interpreted language it is. So interpreted means line by line code will check and execute. Compiler means whole program at a time will check and execute. Okay, fine. Next, Python is a dynamically typed. Yes, it is important feature, dynamically typed. But what about these existing languages, statically typed programming languages? These are all statically typed. But I am saying that Python is what? Dynamically typed programming language. What is meaning of statically and dynamically? So let me give clarity here. Very simple, sir. Statically typed means during the program writing time. Suppose you are the programmer, you are writing some code. That is statical time, statically typed. And dynamically typed means during the program execution time. Got it? During the program execution time, that is called dynamically typed. So dynamically means runtime or execution time. Statically means while writing the program time or compile time. So in C language, C++, Java, C Sharp .NET in general, if the programmers wants to declare any variable, this is the common syntax, right? What is that common syntax? Data type, variable name equals to value. An example, data type is integer type, variable name is value, 100 is the variable name is A, value is the 100 only. So this is very common syntax which we follow in these languages like C, C++, Java, .NET. So this is common syntax. And that means what? These languages are statically typed. That means during the program writing time only, as a programmer, you must have the clarity on data types. In which languages? These languages. For suppose if I mention the data type is wrong, like string, it gives error. Or if I mention data type is like what we can say, char, it gives error. The reason is what? You are not giving proper data type of the variable based upon the value. Okay. Suppose if I'm giving 34.5, what should be the data type? Correct data type, float only. So I'm going to say in these languages, programmer must have the clarity on data types. So based upon the value, what data type you should assign to the variable, you have to decide it. At what time you have to decide? During the program writing time only, sir. Yes. That's what I can say. These are called statically typed languages, not runtime. While writing the program only, you must specify the correct data type of your variable based upon the value. But in Python, it's not required because I'm saying that Python is a dynamically typed language. Dynamically typed means what? During the program execution, based upon the value, data type will decide by Python only. So that's what programmer can never assign any data type. Only as a Python programmer, we should focus on variable and value only. Like example, variable name is A, value is 100. But did I mention any data type for the A? No, not required. Because if I mention data type in Python language as a programmer, like integer or float, it gives syntax error. Because Python is a dynamically typed programming language. So dynamically means based upon the value during the program execution, the Python only will decide the data type for your variable only. You should not decide the variable type here. It's a user friendly. I need not to think much more about the data type, which data type should I assign my variable based upon the value, right? The reason is it's a dynamically typed language. So it will take care all the data types explicitly, clearly. Okay, fine. But let me show you quick example about this, how dynamically typed it works. So to show the example, just I'm using one default editor. The editor name is IDLE software. So don't worry, you will come to know about IDLE software, how to get it. Okay. So IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment. The moment when I click on it, and you will be able to see one window. This window is nothing but IDLE window or IDLE shell. In this, we can write Python code. Later, I'll discuss clearly step by step how to download Python software and install it. And when the moment we download and install, what type of editor you will be able to see, and which editor is the best editor also we'll discuss in detail. But just for time being, I'm using this ideally to show you how to declare the variable and initialize the value. And look at this, int a equals to 100 I'm giving. Actually, this is wrong syntax. Just now I have explained. While declaring the variable in Python, you need not to specify the data type, right? But still I'm using data type. The moment when I press enter, immediately I got the error like syntax error, invalid syntax. Because according to Python, this is wrong syntax. But in other languages like C, C++, Java, it might be correct all the ways. But here in Python, you should not specify any data type explicitly. Only you should focus variable and value. And do you want to print this variable? Just simply A and press enter. You got the output. And just for curiosity, do you want to know what type of data type initialize for your variable A? Then you can apply type function. In Python, type is a built-in function to know the data type of your variable. So Python has assigned integer data type for your variable A based upon the value during the program execution time. Suppose here I'm taking A equal to 34.5 and then print A, then again type of A. What type assigned Python for your variable A this time? Float type, because the value is decimal part, 34.5 is there. And for example, A equals to name I'm giving, suppose name is Raj and A printed. And do you want to know the type of A? Raj is what type? String type, group of characters like Raj, R-A-J, Raj. So this is exactly how Python will decide data type during the program execution time. So this is just because dynamically typed language. But in other programming languages, statically typed languages, right? Compulsory as a programmer, you must and should aware what data type need to be assigned for your variable and value. But in Python, we need not to focus much more on data type. So based upon the value, what we assign to the A variable will get automatically data type from Python only. That is called dynamically typed language. And for your kind information, just because as a programmer, we are not going to specify any data type of the variable, it doesn't mean that Python do not have data types. Yes, there are a lot of data types are there in Python, integer, float, bool, complex string, okay, and list, tuple, set, and so on. I'll also explain each and every time, okay? Yes. Next, Python is a case-sensitive programming language. Yes, case-sensitive programming language. Case-sensitive. Yes, case-sensitive programming language. Cases are very particular while working with Python programming, sir. Suppose let us consider again this example. Let's move on to the ideally software. And now you can see ideally I'm opening again just for showing the output. Now I'm trying to give that variable name is A and values 100. To access this, just simply you can use A or else you can use print function A also. Print function usage is optional, not compulsory here. Okay, only A also it works. So it is correct, right? Because I declare my variable name is lowercase character A. I'm trying to access this lowercase character through A only. But what happened the moment when we try to access in uppercase characters, you will get an error. Because the cases are very particular in Python language, sir. So you mentioned the variable name is lowercase, it's okay. But you are attempting to access uppercase, the error is coming like name error. The name capital A is not defined. Did you mean A means? Yes, I defined small letter A, but capital letter A through your accessing not possible. You have to access small letter through only. So names are very particular, like lowercase names. If you define means you have to access lowercase name. Uppercase name, if you define means you have to access with uppercase name. Compulsory it is. So cases are very particular in Python language. So ultimately what I can say, what type of language Python means, it is a general purpose, high level, interpreted, dynamically typed, and case sensitive programming language. So general purpose means using Python, we can build different types of applications. And high level means all the low level activities will take care by Python only. Interpreted means no matter how many number of lines of code you have written in Python language, the code will process line by line, check and execute. Dynamically typed means while declaring that variables in Python language as a programmer, no need to specify any data type because during the runtime or program execution time, based upon the value, your variables will get automatically data type from Python only. And case sensitive language means lowercase, uppercases, you must be take care. So this is about what type of language it is. Okay, fine. Now coming to the point. So is Python is having simple and straightforward syntax. Yes, Python is having a simple syntax compared to other programming languages. See, sir, Python is completely user-friendly language. Without having basic knowledge of programming, anybody can able to learn Python because the syntaxes are very straightforward and no complex syntaxes we use. Like normally in Java or .NET or C Sharp, C++ or something, if you want to add two numbers, like if you want to write two number program, so we need to use what first, if it is C language or C++, first on the top of the program, we have to include header files like hash include stdioh, hash include conio.h like that. Okay, or else next you have to mention like classes. If it is Java, you have to mention class name like this, open bracket, close bracket. And here we have to mention public, static, void, main like this, again open bracket, close bracket. And here we have to declare the variables, three variables, two variables. I'm asking the value like a equal to 10, b equal to 20 or something. And third variable is just for expression c equal to a plus b. And then we have to go for system.out.println, that is C only like this. So this is exactly length of program which we can write almost all same length we can write in C language, C++, Java, C Sharp, .NET just for adding two numbers. But I'm saying that Python syntaxes are very straightforward and simple syntaxes It's easy to understand, easy to learn, and easy to survive after getting a job. So consider this program is these many number of lines I have written in other languages. But in this case, if I do any mistake like semicolon is missing or bracket is missing, obviously we'll get an error. But in Python, we cannot follow this type of lengthy syntaxes. Look at this. It's a straightforward. Directly, I'm just opening ideally without class, without main A10, P20, C equal to A plus B, and then C. That's it. We got the output clearly. That's the reason it is a straightforward and simple syntax and easy to implement the logic is possible in Python. And next, Python was designed, okay. So who is creator? So Python created. Python, Python was designed and developed by Guido van Rossum. He is the creator of Python, Guido van Rossum. In the year of in the year of 1989, because Python programming language development was started in the year of 1989, but the first version of Python, first version of Python released into the market in the year of 1991. Okay, then what are the basic versions of Python here? So versions of Python. So as I said that first version is which was released in the year of 1991. The version number is 0.9.0. Later they introduced 1.x, 2.x, 3.x now. So right now we are in third version, sir, exactly. Yes, version number 3. And there is X means there are a lot of subversions will be there. 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and so on. Even 2.1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. 3.13, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So do you want to know that current latest and stable version? So I strongly recommend to visit official website that is python.org like this. So www.python.org. You can visit this website so that you will come to know which is the latest stable release. Okay, let me quickly visit to show that what is the latest version, python.org. And this is the official website. And now you can see this is, you just click on downloads option and there you can able to find out 3.1, 3.6 is the stable release. And you know that Python is completely free and open source. And you can feel free to visit this website and click on download and install and enjoy Python code. And no need to do any license and all. And Python is completely cross-platform, sir. That means platform independent style. So you can run Python code on Windows platform, Linux, Unix platform, Mac OS, and other operating system. That's what I'm saying. It is a cross-platform, free and open source. And you can see if you are new to Python programming, do you want to read complete documentation? So there is a documentation option, beginner's guide, developer's guide, facts, okay, Python enhancement proposal index, Python books are also there. You can just click on and read it and understand it. So, but it will take time to understand complete official documentation. That's what here we are as a trainer to simplify the things and keep in front of you. So this is the latest and stable version. But notice this. Do you want to go with previous version like 3.10, 3.9, 3.7, 3.6 like that? Slowly scroll down. There is lot of editors or lot of versions release are there. So you just simply scroll down and you will get plenty of subversions and all. Okay. So, but you notice in this drop down list, version history, version list, and you will not find here 0 version as well as 1 version. So they are asking you to use 2 above version only. So even though Python was created by or developed by Guido van Rossum in the year of 1989, and then later the team of Python, that is Python Software Foundation. So this is the 5 members team, Software Foundation. So this foundation people are going to be released, the new versions keep on. So right now Python is maintained by PSF community, Python Software Foundation, and this Python Software Foundation community literally stopped the support for 0 version as well as 1 version. Means they don't recommend to use 0 and 1 version. They recommend to use 2 or more versions. That's what they are giving in the version list. 2 above only we are going to notice. Okay. Yes, but latest version, latest stable release is this only 3.1, 3.3, sir. And once you click on it, what will happen? Immediately within fraction of seconds, you will be able to download this Python 3.1, 3.6.exe file. So this is the download process. You want to or you want to work with Python, simply click on download. By visiting official website, you will be able to get python.exe, and there I can show you Python 3.1, 3.6. This is the download file. Okay, yeah, give me 1 second, sir. So internet connection is unstable, it is saying. Okay, no problem. We'll try to adjust this. Now, next point is, before going to show the installation process, what I'm trying to discuss, Python was designed and developed by Guido van Rossum, but the name Python inspired by a TV show. The author Guido van Rossum, he is a big fan of the TV show which was broadcasted in BBC channel. So the name Python inspired by a TV show. The TV show name is called the Monty Python Circus Show. This is the TV show. When he started development of his programming language code, so there was a TV show which was broadcasted in BBC channel. That show name is called the Monty Python Circus. So the author Guido van Rossum, he is the big fan of this show. That's what he inspired the name Python from TV show, and he has given working title of his programming language called Python. That's what we are saying. We are calling this is Python language only. Okay. Same the Django story also there. At the time of Django, when I start, that I'll tell you this clearly here. And now we downloaded Python software successfully. Now it's time to show the installation procedure. But before installation procedure, you can please cross verify in your computer already Python exists or not. Yes. So how to check whether Python exists or not, Python software. Okay. So to check whether Python software exists or not. Okay. To check whether Python software exists or not, then simply you can go to command prompt. Go to command prompt and then type and then type version. If you type this hyphen version, so that you will come to know, sir, that Python exists or not. If really exists already Python software in the computer, then you will come to know what version exists. Or if you don't have Python software, then you will simply get the message like Python was not found or Python was not recognized, like this only. Okay, fine. Let me check by going to command prompt. I'm going to search box and simply in the search type command. So there you can see command prompt option. So command prompt is open. And here I'm trying to check a simple command, Python space hyphen hyphen version, like this. So I have installed already in my computer for my previous batches, which is currently ongoing batches. Obviously, we'll come to know that Python 3.1, 3.6 version only, sir. So already the version number is present here, right? That means I have installed clearly. But in case, in your case, if you try, if you get Python was not recognized or not found, means that you don't have Python software in your system. Now it's time to show you installation procedure. But installation procedure purpose, Already I have a Python software, right? So let it be uninstalled quickly from my computer so that I can show you installation procedure for you. So that today you can install this software at least and ready. Then later we will come across how to set up editor tools. And remember, sir, before going to launch the editors like PyCharm editor or Visual Studio Code or Notepad or any editors you can use to write Python code, first step everybody should follow this one only, like installation of Python software. When the moment you start installation of Python software, you will get Python interpreter. Without Python interpreter, then you can't able to launch any editors. Okay, that is important thing. So let uninstall Python software from my computer right now. The reason is if I uninstall, then I can able to show you installation procedure, right? Yes. For uninstall any software, then simply go to the control panel. And there I can see uninstall program, click on that. And I'm going to select Python software, which is already available in my mission 3.1, 3.6, right click and simply uninstall. Yes, it takes few seconds to uninstall, sir. Just be in online. So I'll show today how to install it. When we install Python software for the first time, what editor by default it will be there. And in tomorrow session, we'll discuss in detail how to launch PyCharm editor and what are the possible ways to write Python code and execute. We'll discuss in detail. Just wait, uninstall is progress. It won't take much more time. Even installation procedure also very simple and straightforward because Python software is a lightweight software and no additional software requirements and hardware requirements for installation of Python, sir. Okay, because it's a straightforward uh, software, lightweight software. It won't take much more time. Close it, and there is a Python launcher also there. This is file. This also I am trying to uninstall. Yes. Now in my computer, there is no Python software exists same like your mission. So do you want me to check again the version whether it is Python exists or not? Simply go to command prompt and now you can see just type Python space hyphen hyphen version. The moment when I press enter, you can see previously it was Python 3.1, 3.6 shows, right? Now here just now I have uninstalled Python software from my computer. Then we are getting Python was not found like this only. That means we don't have any software. Let it be start the installation. For installations purpose, you must download already file. Just now I have downloaded by visiting python.org. Then downloadable file already available in my downloads folder. Let's go to the downloads folder and the installation procedure. Please take care of this. Simply double click on Python 3.1, 3.6.exe. The moment when we double click on it, it will open a new dialog box. So please wait. Don't click on install now directly. The reason is I strongly recommend to activate these two checkboxes before start install now. So these two checkboxes are very important, sir. This is for updating your path setting. So use admin privileges when installing py.exe and add python.exe to the path only it's showing. So if I activate these two checkboxes, automatically your Python path setting will be configured with your operating system. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't activate these two checkboxes, you can able to run you can able to write Python code, but you can't able to run your Python code. The reason is interpreter settings will not be configured. So you must and should activate these two checkboxes and click on install now. Once you click on install now, it will ask you to allow this app to make changes your device, say yes. Then within few seconds, your Python software will be ready, sir. And after installation successful, you can also check by using command prompt and type simply command like python space hyphen hyphen version, and you will be able to see 3.1, 3.6 in the editor. So this step everybody must and should do if you are first time working with Python. After completion of this step only, you can set up any editor tool like PyCharm or Visual Studio Code or any other editor which you want. So this is setup is in still progress. Yes, setup was successful. Close this and close this. I am telling you, when the first time you download and install Python software, there is a default editor will be installed. The default editor name is ideally. That means integrated development, development, learning environment. This is integrated development learning environment like this. So this is default editor, ideally software. Okay. So if you go through search and type ideally, there you can see we are getting default editor actually. So this is the default editor. In this editor, you can type the code and press the enter, keep on, and you will see the output like this. For example, I'm trying to say hello. Sorry, it's my mistake. Hello. Yes, I have not closed it with semicolons, quotation mark. So we are getting like this. Okay. So this is exactly what we are doing like this. Just write the code and write the expressions and simply type C, press enter. You will get output instantly like this. This is one style of writing. So you don't worry. I'll tell you in tomorrow's session how to write Python code with the different options here. So my tomorrow plan is after installation of Python software. So different ways to write Python code and execute. This is our tomorrow's plan. And option number one, using interactive mode. Yes, using interactive mode. Option number two, using script mode. Option number three, using Python IDLE. What software we have? Next, option number four, using PyCharm editor. Yes, this is our regular editor in our regular classes. This I'm going to use continuously. And some student asked me to show VS Code using Visual Studio Code also. So in tomorrow lecture, I'm going to show you clearly step by step how many possible ways to write Python code and execute, like interactive mode through how to write, script mode, Python ideally using PyCharm editor and Visual Studio Code. But these three options I don't recommend, especially for beginning level of programming, because in interactive window, script mode means writing code in notepad or ideally, so there is no IntelliSense support. IntelliSense means as a programmer, if you start type some logic, so automatically some pop-up windows will be available that will assist you for do not doing mistake, and error indication also will not be there in this option. So that's what in the initial stage of learning Python or any software course, I strongly recommend to use a proper editor like PyCharm or Visual Studio Code. And even some Python programmers, they'll use Jupyter, Spider, Atom, Anaconda distribution, other editors. So especially Jupyter, Spider, Atom, Anaconda distribution is for data analytics or data science programmer purpose we recommend. For exclusive Python and full stack development like Django, REST API, web development, I strongly recommend either PyCharm or VS Code. In our full stack development, my focus is for core and advanced Python purpose. First 2 months we will be use PyCharm editor so that you will know that idea how to use PyCharm editor. Whenever we start web development process with Django, REST API, Flask, in that context, I recommend to use Visual Studio Code. You will get multiple editor knowledge clearly, sir. So this is about total discussion, and don't miss tomorrow. Tomorrow is the crucial session for everyone. So because tomorrow I'm going to launch these editor tools, how to manage PyCharm editor, how to download and install, and how to manage your code in VS Code, and every complete setup I'll show you step by step. It is very important to proceed your code with Python only. So without proper setup, you can't able to continue, sir. So that's what tomorrow I strongly recommend you must attend this session. And you have two more session, you can feel free to attend two more demo lectures. Yesterday, the first demo was complete. Today, this is the second demo lecture. And tomorrow and day after tomorrow also, you can feel free to attend two demo lectures. After that, you can decide whether do you want to continue with my lectures or not. Okay. If really interested to learn Python or full stack, so please proceed with these lectures. Undoubtedly, you will not disappoint at the end of the day. So this is from my side. Don't miss tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a crucial session for launching editors and setup of Python completely, and then we'll start immediately programming part. So that's all from my side today. And if you have any question, now it's your turn. You can feel free to ask me any questions regarding this session or any general questions. Yeah, proceed, Mr. Durga Prasad Yadav.
Yeah, hi sir.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
Sir, actually, you told that this is the two part core and advanced. So we can
Yeah.
go, yeah, core and advanced.
Can you speak loud something? Little bit loud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry. Now am I audible clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So, sir, in there is a two part. One is a Python, other is a framework. So, within a Python, are you going libraries like NumPy, Panda,
Yes,
Matplotlib,
yes.
Seaborn,
Exactly.
or
Exactly. Within the Python only, advanced Python programming only, I'll cover this NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Freeborn. That is in advanced Python programming. But Django, REST API, Flask, these are full stack development frameworks only. I'm going to show you these libraries with Python only, sir. Exactly.
yeah, okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir Prabhat here.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, we have installed the Python, but let's
Hmm.
say we have already old version installed.
Hmm.
So, is there any way to upgrade to the newer version instead of
Uh, ob-
uh,
ob- Obviously,
delete?
obviously, there are two options are there. Either you can uninstall old and newly you can install, or else you can create separate virtual environment. In that environment, old new version you can able to launch it. Possibility is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, new virtual environment means I didn't get.
Virtual environment is simple, nothing but it is an isolation environment. See, in tomorrow I'll show you even whenever we launch or something, for example, there will be a virtual environment. Automatically it will create. Virtual environment is an isolation environment. The moment when we set up any project in that environment, in future, when we install or uninstall any libraries regarding your application recommend, other application, other project which are running in your computer will not get disturbed. That is called separate environment. On that environment, you are doing any changes. That environment, that project environment only, it can do that. Remaining environments will not disturb. That is virtual environment. It's an isolation environment. For every project, when we do setup, separate environment will create.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
So recordings will be available for 6 months or whole
No, no,
lifetime?
no, no, no lifetime, sir. Generally, most of them are faculties who are working with DurgaSoft. They'll say like 6 months for every faculty, but not from my side. So it's our team will commonly will send the common format message to all students, but my all video lectures I'll only share from my personal mail ID so that you can feel free to access and watch the videos lifetime only, especially my videos. As long
Okay.
as you are going to maintain the videos folder which I said to you in your drive, that will be available. If you delete, then I can't do it. Again, you have to send the request and I can reshare it again.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Tell me. Can you please speak loud?
Actually, don't we have any GitHub related classes in this particular course?
No. GitHub is just for updation purpose, but there is no GitHub classes which will be conducted from my side. So we'll try if in that context, okay? I'm not sure about that. Yeah, Mr. Anand Dubey, I have clearly mentioned the course content in the uh, Python course content within 2 months. There are so many topics are involved here. Okay, Python basics, like lot of basics, fundamental concepts, data types and data structures, functions, modules, libraries, object-oriented programming. I can't list out one or two because there are plenty of things are there. At the end of the demo session, you will see content also. There will be a link. You can check that by clicking on that link, you will be able to get the content completely. So Python core and advanced content will be there. Django framework content will be there. REST API content, Flask content, everything. Subject-wise content we have mentioned there. Please go through it once.
So, sir, full stack complete training will go till December, right? This year, 4 months.
Obviously,
Right?
4.5 months I said, right? Yes, all the
Yeah.
frameworks and Python, every subject which I mentioned, I am only the trainer. I'll clearly explain all the subjects from my
Yeah.
side only. Yes.
Yeah.
4.5 months it will take to complete full stack, sir. For only core and advanced Python, if you are going to enroll only Python course, it will be finished 50 to 60 days.
Okay.
Mm. And one more question is coming from, do we have any exercise for this entire? Yes. Once we start uh, logical programming in Python, I should keep on some exercise on the topic which I discuss in the daily basis. Along with exercises, as I mentioned in the last demo lecture, you will write some exam papers also. We have already prepared multiple choice questions with Python. Total 3 exams I'll conduct with almost 40 30 means almost 110 questions will be prepared with programmatically and logically. We'll send question paper, we will post on the WhatsApp group because we have maintained WhatsApp group from my side, all my students, old batch, existing batch students also there. So you are also become a member. Once you will become a member, you will receive the all test papers and questionnaires, and any questions you can feel free to post on that group. I am the admin. I can give quick reply clearly. Whatever you need, we will support it. But only the thing is you should do practice well. Ultimately, that will play the role, right? So our contribution anyway will give it, but your contribution also important. Material also, yes, exactly, Mr. Prabhakar. Material also, yesterday demonstration I clearly mentioned. So once our enrollment process is over, along with video lectures shared and this material, each and every subject PDF material also will send to you. You can able to download it, Core Python, Advanced Python, Django, Flask, REST API, all. Okay. So I request you, you can just uh, still you can attend 2 more demo lectures that will be happen in tomorrow and day after tomorrow. After that, you can decide, you can take the decision. Okay. Yes. So don't miss tomorrow, which is going to happen an important session that is launching the editor tools and what are the possible ways to write Python code and execute. I'm showing all these options in detail, step by step. And later you can decide which editor do you want to continue, PyCharm or VS Code as usual. Okay. Yes. So that's all from my side today. Still, if you have any question, you can feel
So
free to ask.
fees is 5,000 and 5,000, right? 5,000 for Python and 5,000 for Django and Flask.
No. It will be 5K for 5,000 if you go for enrollment of initial stage only Python. And if you go for full stack, complete 12K it is around, right? Yes.
Okay.
And if you go for only Python core and advanced in the initial stage 5K, but only later whenever we announce Django REST API Flask project, that will be around 7 to 8. With that price we'll launch. So that is dependency. If you want, you can go for only Python first. Later, if you're comfortable with my lectures with Python, then you can extend the Django and REST API also. Or else initially you want to go for full stack, you can go through it. It will be increased some little bit, 1K or 2K later if you join. If you split and pay, that will be increased. You just talk with them. I don't want to interfere in this financial things. Our team will take care of that. But my responsibilities is to deliver a proper subject. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So thanks for attending this session. QA automation profile, is this course helpful? Yeah, obviously. QA automation purpose, I think you need only Python enough, sir. Okay, Mr. Behra. So you can go for only Python. As I said in my demo lecture, which was conducted in the last lecture, who are looking for your existing job role, job profile, and you need to update yourself for automation, then Python is quite enough. No need to go for Django framework, REST API and all. If you are moving towards complete Python part like full stack development, go for frameworks with Python language. So in case you want to go for Python, can be a prerequisite in different areas like testing or networking and data analysis or AWS or DevOps and AI and ML. These areas Python can be recommended. So you go for, I think, better only Python. So unnecessarily don't learn that more things. Okay, that leads to confusion actually, and your time also waste actually, not even money, but time is important for us, right? So whatever you need exactly, that you have to take it and learn it. That's it. So proper guidance is required for you. So that's what you need exactly. You can learn it. That's it. Your matter is over. Don't learn this and that and unnecessarily. So you can't be able to focus on multiple things. Yeah. So thanks for attending this session. I hope you'll understand. Tomorrow also you can join. Day after tomorrow also you can join. You can use the same link. After that you can proceed it. See you tomorrow. Have a nice time.